Hello and welcome to the next ReeVlog, which will be quick even for me. Because I told my mother that I'm having a cup of tea and then I'm going to go see her, so I kind of got to do this in the time it takes me to have a cup of tea, because I'm having actually a cup of coffee. But I don't want to let on to my mother that, because she will be concerned about the caffeine content, most likely. There we go, especially considering she's going to offer me more tea, which I will gladly accept when I get there. So, if you'll excuse my basketballeriness today, I have things to talk about. One, this. I don't know whether I have mentioned this before, however, this is my certificate of ordination. This document hereby affirms that I have been ordained by the First United Church of Cthulhu, unholily authorized by Prozo Cthulhu, head priest Kurt Cave, which is the ordination. I'm ordained. I think I've mentioned it, not sure. Either way. I also, my flatmate's away at the moment, hence I'm doing it out here in the communal space rather than in there, the James Cave. So obviously it's very hot at the moment, hence vest and shorts. I am probably going to be in somewhat this attire when I'm not at work for the vast majority of the season. I've got 4 ice packs, water and a Capra Sun in here. Hopefully that'll help. It is a thermal bag, so the ice packs shouldn't melt too quickly, in theory, but you do feel the cold come through about here, which is quite nice against my back when I'm wearing it, but it's not super useful otherwise. I am not a huge fan of coffee, but I don't despise it like I once did. It may be the specific type of coffee, I don't really know, but my flatmate doesn't really like hot drinks. But when they moved in, they brought all of the hot drinks they had with them at their previous flat, which they kept pretty much for guests. So I figured I'd try one, or 2. So, done so. I also may have had all of the hot chocolates, but whoops. It's what I get for not having milk. Milk is on my shopping list along with spinach, kale. I think that's it. I'll double check. Yeah, that's it though. Oh, and chili pickle. But I probably also need to stock up on more orange juice soon as well, because I'm getting through that quite rapidly. Having lots of creative ideas at the moment. By at the moment, I mean today. I worked out I did, I think, a 57-hour week this week, which isn't actually that much, and I don't have a client tomorrow because they cancelled. So I actually do have a weekend, though I have booked myself today to go see my mother and get the shocks changed, or change the shocks on my car, depending on how my brother's feeling. If he's feeling up to it, hopefully he'll do it. He'll probably want my help, but hopefully he'll do it without that, because I'm sure that I'll just get in the way if he's not up to it, because he's not really a morning person. I can figure it out. He's busy this afternoon, so we agreed for me to get there before 8, so I'm going to be leaving shortly. Pretty much when I finish the drink, then I'll be skedaddling. But yeah, he might not be awake, so I'm not going to wake him up to do it. I'll just say I'll have a look, see whether it's something I can do reasonably myself. Like, if I'm confident I can do it and not ruin my car, brilliant. If not, then I'll just reorganise and we can do it next week on the Sunday, perhaps. Something like that. Otherwise, I have a weekend, which is odd for me. I've already done some exercise, a few strict form push-ups. I did one slow strict form push-up, and I was confident I wouldn't be able to do another one. I could probably manage to get down and then squeeze to try and come back up again, but considering I might be doing work on my car later, I didn't want to exhaust my arms completely, so I decided to not go to total failure, as beneficial as that could be. Might do that later. Been doing the physio that my physio recommended for my knee to help it recover from a 3-4-year-old injury now. Maybe longer, who knows? I certainly don't. because it has been getting worse again now that I've been standing a lot, because I've got a standing desk at work. That's been getting worse. I think it's the tendon. I think they agreed, if I remember correctly. It's been over a year, I think, now since I saw them. But yeah, due to being tired all the time, having the various illnesses, the heart problem, increased asthma issues, etc., I haven't been able to do it. But I woke up ridiculously early this morning, as I have a habit of doing, and I know I'll be utterly exhausted by midday, so I was like, right, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna have a quick shave, do some washing up, do some exercise, including the physio, then go, rather than try to get more sleep, because as I have a weekend, I can get some more sleep this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow, as need be. What I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'm planning on potentially just doing like a day of, this is me exercising. That would have to be done here, because I know if I go to see my family, then that will be a distraction that I would rather not have. Here I have other distractions that I would also rather not have, which makes me think, oh, gym, maybe I'll go to the gym. I don't want to go to a gym. Not at all. In this weather, at a weekend, definitely don't want to go to the beach because it will be swarmed. But because everyone's going to the beach, maybe I can go outside in the shade, do some exercise there, fill this bad boy up with water bottles. You know how it is. That'll see me. Exercise I'll be doing is mostly focused on core training, front, back, upper, lower, whole shebang, shoulder mobility, so I can go further back than that, and leg strength and endurance. That's going to be my main focus, along with cardio. Cardio, however, I get in a little bit every day, every weekday, that is, more or less every weekday. Not Wednesdays, usually, and not if I'm on the van, and not if I have a headache, which means it's sort of 2/3, 3/4 of the weekdays, because I am, sadly, regularly having a headache, currently regularly on the vans, and Kung Fu's on Wednesday. So, yeah, sometimes I do it on a Wednesday, but not every Wednesday. Depends on how I feel that day, which I think that's reasonable. 4 days out of 7 is still more than half on your average week, and then if I'm on the vans, then I don't do it, and then 4 days out of 7 is fine. If I have a headache on 1, that's still 3 out of 7, which is nearly half, so I'll take it. I do want to go for some runs, but not in this weather, not when there's people around, which is why I'm thinking really early morning runs. So set my watch alarm rather than my alarm for some time, like 1 in the morning. That way I'll still have some time to get a snooze in, even if I do have a super late night doing D&D, or if I take a class at Kung Fu, I've got to lock up, come back, say I've got to stop for fuel or something on the way. I'll still be able to have a nap, get up, go for a run, get back, go to bed, get up, get ready, go to work, on the way to work do my skipping and so on. So that's my potential plan. We'll see how it actually goes. Hopefully something like that will work out. It does mean actually getting up when the alarm goes off. I've not initiated this plan yet because I need to get to a point where I'm not on the vans as often and stuff like that, so I get some sort of routine. Then I can add it in. But that's not going to be this next week or the following week. Maybe next month. Who knows? Maybe after I get back from D&D in Devon. Anyway, I'm going to go finish the drink. This was longer than I thought it would be, so my mother's probably, what are you thinking? I've died in a car accident somewhere, so I probably better skedaddle. Anyway, I'll catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.